So, good morning. Today we are going to discuss acceleration and mechanisms part 3. So, in the previous two lectures we were discussing about acceleration and mechanisms for slider crank mechanism. On today's class we will be discussing this for a 4-bar chain. So, PQRS is a 4-bar chain with the length PS fixed. The length of the links are PQ is 62.5 mm, QR 175 mm, RS 112.5 mm, PS 200 mm. The crank PQ rotates at 10 radians per second clockwise. So you are going to draw the velocity and acceleration diagram, and the angle QPS is 60. And Q and R lie on the same side of PS. Find the angular velocity and angular acceleration of the links QR and RS. Now, the crank is rotating at 10 rpm per second clockwise. So, omega QP is already given, and the length of the links PQ, QR, RS and PS is given. So from this data we can find out what is the velocity of QP, which is equal to PQ into omega QP. So substituting the values, you can find it as 0.625 meter per second. So this is the space diagram. Draw the PS, make an angle of 60 degree. On that mark OP. You know what is QR and what is RS. Those, if you draw R equal to the length of the link, they will intersect and you can find out the point R. So you can draw the space diagram. After drawing the space diagram, we have to draw the velocity diagram. The point P is, so you fix the stationary points P, S, because the link P is S is fixed. You are fixing the points P, S. Now coming to PQ. So PQ is going to rotate. The point Q is going to rotate with respect to the point P. Since it is rotating with a uniform angular velocity, we can see that the velocity vector is perpendicular to the link PQ. So it is moving in the clockwise direction. Therefore, the velocity vector will be in the downward direction. So from P, draw a line perpendicular to PQ in the downward direction, representing the velocity VQ. We have already found out what is the velocity of PQ or QP, which is equal to 0.625 meter. So you have to draw a line representing PQ. The magnitude is 0.625 to some suitable scale. Now, if you are considering the point R with respect to S, the point R is going to rotate. So the velocity vector will be perpendicular to SR. So from the point S, draw a vector perpendicular to SR. So along this line you will see the R vector. And similarly, the R point is also going to rotate with respect to Q. So from Q, you draw a line perpendicular to QR. So these two lines will intersect at a point that fixes the point R. So if you measure this, you can find out what is the velocity VR. Now if you measure this, you can find out what is the velocity of r with respect to q, which is equal to 0.33 meter. And if you measure SR, you can find out the velocity of R with respect to S, since S is stationary, which is equal to the velocity VR, which is equal to 0.426 meter per second. So knowing this detail, we can find out what is the angular velocity of QR, which is equal to VRQ by the length of the link. You will get what is the angular velocity. And similarly, the angular velocity of RS. So you can now find out the angular velocity, that is VRS divided by RS will give the angular velocity. Now how to draw the acceleration diagram? So here again, the points P and S are stationary. So you first fix the fixed points P dash and S dash. So if you consider Q with respect to P, it is going to move with a constant angular velocity. So since it is moving with a constant angular velocity, it will just have only the radial component. Since it is rotating with P as center, the radial component will be directed in the downward direction. So you have to draw the acceleration vector AQ from P in the downward direction. So we can find out the magnitude by, we know that it is V square divided by PQ. So you know what is VQP, square this divided by the length of PQ, we will get the acceleration of QP. So the knowing both the magnitude and direction, we will be able to fix the point Q dash. Now regarding R point, it is going to rotate with respect to Q, and it has both tangential component as well as the radial component. Since R point is going to rotate with respect to Q, the velocity vector will be directed towards Q. So draw a line parallel to QR, arrowhead in the towards left. So arrowhead towards left. You can find out the magnitude by VRQ square divided by RQ. So you will find out what is the magnitude. So from that you can find out the point X, because we know both the direction as well as magnitude. Next is the tangential component, which will be perpendicular to QR. So from X, you draw a line which is perpendicular to QR. Okay. So you are drawing a line which is perpendicular to QR. Now coming to SR, this vector R is going to rotate with respect to S. So and the acceleration radial component will be directed towards S. So this will be the direction of RS. So now to find out the point R, you know that the R point is going to rotate with respect to S. So here again you have two components. One is the radial component. Since r is going to rotate with s, the velocity vector is acceleration radial component will be directed downwards. So downwards you have this is named wrong, this is radial component of r with respect to s. Then if you draw a perpendicular line to the link rs, you get the tangential line. So these two lines, that is the line from x and the line from y, they will intersect at a point. So that point is marked as r dash. Now if you join the closing side taken in the opposite direction, this will give the acceleration of r with respect to s. Since s is stationary, you can say acceleration of r. And if you join these two, if you join this side, so this will give the resultant of these two components, which is the acceleration of r with respect to q. So you can measure this knowing the radial component, which has been already discussed. So after measuring, if you measure, you can find what is the radial components we can measure, and if whatever the thing that is unknown we can find out. So you can find out the angular acceleration of the link UR. Knowing the tangential component and measuring it, we can find out what is the angular component acceleration, which is equal to tangential component of acceleration divided by the length of the link. We can find out what is the angular acceleration of the link UR. On similar lines, you can find out the angular acceleration of RS, which is equal to tangential acceleration of RS divided by RS. So with this, we will finish the lecture on acceleration in mechanism. In the next lecture, we will discuss about coincident points and Coriolis component of acceleration. Thank you.